Thanksgiving, a day full of gratitude, surrounded by people you love, people who cherish you, people who appreciate you, and you showing your gratitude and appreciation and love towards them. And if you have to work, I hope that you are respected at work. Thank you for whatever line of work you do. I appreciate that you answered whatever call that you have, and hopefully you were able to be thankful for working, because it is a gift. And hopefully you also get some rest, because both are important. So we're going to get ready for church. Y'all, I'm already hot. We have not used our AC or heat, though, for a long time. I feel like for about, I don't know, maybe going on a month, because it's finally cooled down here in California inside my cup, which is really big. I got this as a gift from one of the teachers in my school district, one of the other music teachers. It's full of ice water. So my goal is to finish drinking this whole thing as I do my makeup. So I'm going to shake up the foundation. I'm going to be using the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. I actually really have grown to love this. I actually had it on yesterday and I love the way my makeup came out. So we're going to do it again today. I'm going to start with the Nars Pore and Shine Control Primer though, because I do have oily skin. But I find it's turning a little bit more normal now that I have a really solid skincare routine and the weather is cooling off here. This is nice and mattifying and smoothing. And you can see I'm focusing it on my T-zone and then on my cheeks and on my chin. And of course my forehead. I'm gonna go over my eyelids too and my brows, because that area does tend to get oily. And I'm just gonna go in and kind of press whatever's left over on the perimeters of my face. All right, now that we are primed, which this is one of my all-time favorite primers, it's just expensive. I believe she's $37. So I probably won't be repurchasing this because I found a few other favorites, but this is one of my like fancy high-end favorites. Love it. But now for foundation, again, the Nars Light Reflecting. I have the shade D3 Iguacu. I'm not sure. This is a little bit darker than me, but y'all know I've really been into foundations that are actually a little bit darker than my face and my chest so that they match the darker parts of my body. I just think it looks so much better, honestly, in pictures and stuff. I don't mind it at all. And the shade above this would be too light on the perimeters of my face, so I'd rather just go a little bit deeper. So now that I've shaken this up really well, we're going to do 3 pumps on this side. 1, 2, 3. And you can see what that looks like on my skin. The undertone is beautiful. It matches the tone of my skin so well. I'm going to use my Juvia's Place foundation brush. You can probably hear Jonathan. He's studying. I'm like, do I want to wear eyeshadow today? I don't think so. Then it's like, maybe, because I have the time, but I don't know. I'm just going to press this into my skin. You can see it blends so easy. It looks very natural on the skin. I also love that this foundation has skincare infused in it as well, which is nice. Which my skin is in a really good place right now. She's looking rather nice. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with the foundation on one half. So here's the side with foundation. Here's the side without. And you can see it's clearly deeper than my skin, but I can't get over the finish. It's so pretty. It's definitely become like a favorite of mine for I would say the fall, winter time for sure. I don't think I could get away with it in the summer because I just get so shiny. But like for fall, winter, this is beautiful. Okay, so we have one side done. Now I'm going to go in with 3 pumps on the other side. They're just really small pumps. Was that 3? Was that 4? I don't know. I wasn't really counting. And this foundation is pretty liquidy, so be careful. I think you can hear him talking. I'm really just pressing this into my skin taking extra care to go over any areas where I have hyperpigmentation, like around my mouth. And then my cheeks where I have all my scarring. And then making sure I tap near the hairline as well, so there's no lines of demarcation, and under the chin. So everything's nice and seamless. So this is what it looks like. Foundation, look how smooth, how beautiful. What is this? Is that just my skin? I'll be trying to use my left hand, LOL. Okay, that looks better. You can just, oh my gosh, English. You can just see how beautiful it looks. How smooth it looks. How the color really matches me. So we are done with foundation. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer just to add a little bit of dimension to my face. And I did this routine yesterday and I really, really loved how it turned out. I was like, this might be my new go-to, like, if I wanna look more glamorous. I feel like the Danessa is even more natural than the Nars. So this is like a step up from that, so. Yes, so for concealer, we're gonna use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Rich Chocolate, which is, I believe, the next to last shade. You can see it's a lot lighter. Okay, so we're gonna use this to highlight, and this is the matte finish one. 16-hour Camo Concealer matte finish. So I'm gonna put a little bit under my eye. I really do like this concealer. It does dry quickly though, so be careful. I'm gonna put a little bit between my brows. You know, I do have a scar that's there. It's lightened up a lot, but there's a little scar there. I put some on my chin, and then I also like to go over my mustache area. But that is it for concealer. And I'm gonna use this little flat top brush from BH Cosmetics, a BH Cosmetics 135 brush. I've had this thing for a long periodically time, and I'm gonna go in and tap out the concealer. You notice I do a lot of tapping, pressing, stippling, whatever you want to call this motion, because I just find it just doesn't move stuff around, and it really just like almost kind of sets it into your skin versus like just swirling and other things that you see people do. Even buffing, I feel like for me, because I like the coverage, buffing is not as effective as just like pressing it in. I'm gonna go through the chin. Under my eyes. And really, this is all about adding dimension more so than it is like adding coverage, because I got enough coverage with the foundation alone, but now I just want to add a little bit of light back into my face since it is a little bit deeper than my skin. This routine is fairly simple, though I feel fairly easy. We're on step 3. I've been loving more simplified ways of achieving a very flawless look that I've been loving. I've always loved a nice flawless look, but now it's just simpler or natural. I used to not believe in wearing concealer, but now I find that I love concealers more than I love foundations, and I'd rather wear concealer only over foundation. It's just crazy how things change. All right, so now I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like all blended in. You can see it's just a hint lighter, but I feel like it lightened and brightened up my face just a little bit so that it doesn't look as dark and as flat. So now we can go in and start setting with powder. And I've really been into like using up what I have open. So I try not to have too many things open. So we're just gonna continue with my Coty Airspun Translucent Extra Coverage Face Powder. Wow, I cannot speak. And we're gonna use the puff because I've been loving the puff technique. So I just place it in the powder, but I do need to remember to tap it off. So place it in here, and then I literally tap off all the powder. So this is what my puff is looking like. So now I'm gonna go in, make sure that there's no creases, everything's nice and blended and smooth. I'm going to place the puff on my finger, and I'm gonna go in and press the powder into my skin, under my eye. Why is this thing turning all sorts of directions? There we go. And you're just gonna see me keep pressing it in until the powder basically disappears into the skin. I try to get the side of my nose as well because I get oily there. Look at that, how smooth it is. It's very set. It does look a little ashy in this lighting, but I promise if I go on natural lighting, you'll see. I'll show you at the end. All right, so one side is set. So time for the other side. Again, I'm gonna put it in the powder, get it well coated, tap off the excess, tap it out, make sure there's no creasing. Then go in and set. The second side always goes a lot better and has like just like the perfect amount. I always feel like the first side has a little bit too much powder. I don't know why that is. Maybe because this side had a little bit more time to set on its own. All right, I'm gonna go with just another layer. So I put the powder on here and then I rub it into the sponge to really distribute it and get a really thin layer. And that really helps to go in and brighten, but not add too much. And with whatever's left over, you know, I like to go over my nose because I have a nose sweater and I don't want the foundation to break up on my nose. Which some foundations do, some don't. It's really weird. It doesn't happen super often, but I know that it can happen. All right. So now I'm just gonna coat just the tip of the puff, and I'm gonna go right here in between my brows and over my brows. Then I'm gonna coat more of the tip, and I'm doing the technique where I rub the powder into the puff, and we're gonna go to the center of my forehead and over the brows. I do get creasing in my forehead. I have fine lines in my forehead. Hereditary. My mom has them and my dad has them. My mom's you can't really see unless you're like really close to her. But my dad's, you can see his. I blame it on the military for him though. He was in the army for 27 years. So I'm gonna set my chin and my upper lip. Very lightly though. And then last, with this super white powder, if you've never seen coated ears, but it's pretty light. But I just love how long lasting it is. I'm gonna go down the bridge of my nose using a brush. All right, so I just put the cap on it. Love this. And I don't leave it on my nose super duper long because this powder is super powerful. So now I'm gonna take the brush I'm gonna use to set my face with a colored powder, pressed powder, and I'm just gonna go over that line. Like you can see me brushing it up and down my nose to blend that out. But it definitely left like an impact. All right, so the rest of my face, the foundation, it doesn't dry down fully, which I don't like. So we're gonna make sure that we set the rest of the face. And for that, I'm going to use this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder Foundation, Soft Matte Powder Foundation in the shade 440, which is a little bit on the warmer side. But since this foundation is darker and very, very neutral, I feel like this layered on top looks good. And it adds a little bit more vibrancy to the complexion. So I'm literally just loading up my brush and then patting it in. Water break. I'll go up the side of my nose, really focusing on the perimeters of my face. Yeah, I don't feel like doing eyeshadow today, so I'm not. We're gonna do my super simple look. And then I'll go over the other areas with kind of whatever is left on the brush. Making sure I get under here too. I'm using a very big fluffy brush to do this, but this is how I get my flawless base. Look at that. All right, so now we can do the fun stuff, which is like blush and highlight, which is what I've really been into. I've been really big into blush lately. But we're on step 5 now of this. First was primer, then foundation, then concealer, then loose setting powder, pressed setting powder. And so yeah, we're on to step 6, which I'm going to do highlighter and then blush, 6 and 7. For highlight today, I feel like being very golden. Sometimes I don't want to be as golden, so I'm using Golden Hour Tammy X Revolution collaboration. I love this face palette. And I'm going to use the highlighter called Golden Hour right there. It's a baked one. I just think it's so pretty. I'm using my finger, start on the nose. I love a nose highlight. I know some people don't like it. I still love it, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling the golden. It looks good. Some days I just don't want to be super golden. Today I'm feeling it. And now I'm going to take this little Real Techniques setting brush. I'm going to use this to highlight today. I'm going to take some of the same highlight on the highest point of my cheekbone. And really working into the skin so that it does not look like a straight up stripe on my face. Who wants that? I'm also going to put this in my brow bone. I like a highlighted brow bone. I think it's pretty. And I kind of blend the two together, kind of make a C shape. Blending the two together so we just have a nice radiant glow in that area. Love. All right, that's it for highlight. Step 7, blush. What blush do I wear? I've been super into just glowy cheeks. I love a matte base with just a glowy cheek and then the nose highlight and the brow bone highlight. That is my zhuzh. I don't think it will ever change. I'm just gonna take the puff and really press on my forehead. We're almost done, y'all. Okay, what blush do I want? It's like, what color? Do I want pink? Or do I want more mauve? I want something more neutral. Sometimes I don't even want blush. Like, I'm kind of feeling like I like the way my skin looks right now with no blush. Do I want to skip blush today? and keep it ultra simple? I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna put on the blush I had on yesterday because I don't think I'm showing it to you that much. We'll put on a little bit. This is from ColourPop. This is their pressed powder blush in the shade Trippin'. I love this collection. It's nice and brown and pretty. Look at that. It's like a mauve brownie shade, but it has gold glitter in it. Y'all can see that. This is really pretty on dark skin. Now I'm going to use one of my favorite brushes for applying blush, which is the BH Cosmetics #2 brush from the It's My Ray Ray collab. She's so beautiful. It's My Ray Ray. She's so pretty. I enjoy watching her on the Instagram. I don't think she makes videos much anymore, does she? On YouTube? I don't know. I know she had her baby and then she kind of dipped out, which I don't blame you, girl. Live your life. Okay, so we're just gonna tap some of this on. It's such a pretty, very understated mauve, but so pretty. So I'm just really packing it on. I like to wow, I really can't speak today. I like to apply it on the apples of my cheek and blend it all the way up to my temples. I like a lot of blush. I just think it looks really pretty too when it's all over my face like this. And I'm tapping it in to really like pack on the color. Oh, this is so pretty. Yeah, this is a good choice. So this is one of my favorite blushes. You can tell if I take something from right here, meaning I reach in this cabinet to this side or I go under the sink, that means it's a top favorite. It's a frequent flyer. It's one of my go-tos. If I have to go back here and open a drawer, that means it's something that I like, that I didn't declutter because I got rid of a lot when I moved here, but it's not like a favorite. So that's how you can tell this is one of my absolute favorites. Okay, somebody take the blush brush from me. Let me show y'all. I feel like this angle isn't really showing the color. There you go. You can see it's very subtle, but it looks so natural because it is such a subtle mauve. But I love the glow it has, baby. Okay. So now we're gonna do brows. I've been doing my brows in a whole new way I recently discovered, and I actually really like the way it looks. I never thought I'd be this girl, but you know what? I blame Angelica Nipquist. I blame you because it's kind of similar to how she does her brow. It's like the more fluffy brow, not the super defined one, like how I normally have mine pretty defined. I felt like I needed to do that because I don't have a lot of brow hair, but I'm learning to accept my lack of brow hair and how to really kind of zhuzh them up to where they look acceptable to me, okay? But yesterday I took a picture using this brow technique in the like direct sunlight and it looked so natural and so pretty. So in order to achieve this look, I like to use an old mascara, which all my mascaras are pretty much black because most mascaras are black. But this is an old Essence Splash Princess, okay? It is on the drier side, but it still gives off some color. And I use this like a brow gel. But because my brows are very kind of thin, I mean, I feel like they're getting, as I get older, I feel like they're looking better. But you see, they're not super apparent, you know, especially against my skin, the contrast, you know, I'm dark. I just want them to be there. So I use this mascara like a brow gel and watch what happens. Hopefully it just goes well. Sometimes not so much, but lately it's been going pretty good. So I'm going to show you guys this technique. So I just start by brushing the hairs upward and at a slight diagonal towards the outer part of my face. At the front, I want them to be straight up, but the rest are kind of at a diagonal. You see how you can like see my brow? Wait till you see how this looks. And then I'd go over the tail part a little bit more because I want that to be a little bit darker, and the hairs there are a lot finer, so it takes a little bit more to get them to kind of show up. All right, so that's one brow done. You can see the difference. Like, look at that. And then when you get close, it just looks like my brow hairs. Now, sometimes I do accidentally touch it to my skin and I get little dots underneath, but I find if I just wait for it to dry a little bit and just take my finger and flick my finger up, it gets rid of the little dots from the actual mascara wand. So let's do the other one. Hopefully she cooperates. This one usually goes better for some odd reason. This brow is more well behaved. My right brow. And it just looks better. My right brow is more blessed than my left brow. Oh snap. Make sure you don't have too much mascara on the wand though. Oh gosh, if you have too much, like I said, just use your finger to kind of flick away the mistakes. Right. So this is what the brows are looking like, just applying the older mascara. I do prefer for my brows to be a little bit closer though, but lately I've just been doing this and leaving it like this, but I am gonna go in and add a few more hairs, I think, today, just to see how that looks, but without totally lining the bottom and everything, like a more simplified, more natural brow, or, you know, growing, changing, experimenting. This is my last week being 29, by the way, which is very fun, very exciting. So let's see what that looks like. Y'all know one of my favorite things for my brows is the MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint in the shade Stud. I really do like this. I'm not even going to shake it up that much because I want very minimal product. Let's see if I can actually do this justice. And just add a few more hairs at the start of my brow. Also, I think another person that really inspired me is this girl I met. Dang it, I just forgot her name. Man. At the Be Happy the Label photo shoot, I was a part of that, which is so exciting. But there was a girl, oh man, I cannot remember her name right now. Dang, she drove all the way from Arizona and she does like this kind of brow style. Like it's just her natural brow, but she just like pushes the hairs up and it just looks so good on her. What is her name? Oh my goodness, girl, you know who you are if you ever see this. But it just looked really good on her. And I was like, I don't know, just like, I should give my own brow hairs a chance. Okay, yeah, this is really nice. So much more low-key. So I added just a few to bring them a little bit closer to each other. Sorry, my hand is a little shaky, but it looks so, so natural. I'm gonna do just a couple diagonal so that it blends even better. Wow, okay, I love, love, love this for me. feel like you need to add any more, just a few little hairs, go ahead and do it. All right, I love the way this looks. It's different for me, but it still looks really good, I think. Dang, what is her name? I can see her face and everything. Beautiful, blonde. She's 18. I'm pretty sure she's a bottle girl. That's her job right now. So cute. I loved the way she did her brows, and they looked kind of like this. This came out so good today. Wow. So I did a little bit extra. I normally don't fill in and add more, but to get the shape I really, really want, I added in some hairs at the front to make them just a little bit closer. And in the sun, it just looks so natural. Okay. And then the steps, what are we on? Oh, that was step 8, right? Yeah. So steps 9 and 10 would be mascara and then lips. And that is like my quick 10-step glamorous but still natural face using the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. Why can't I remember her name? All right, for mascara today, let's see what I'm gonna use. Let's use the Maybelline, the Falsies Lash Lift. This mascara is okay, but to make it even better, I'm gonna curl my lashes. This is something I've been loving to do. What I'm in the mood to do it is to curl my lashes. This is a Wet n Wild lash curler, super inexpensive, but I think it's effective. And then for lip, I'm like, do I want to do a bold lip or do I want to keep it natural? I kind of been feeling like a brown lip today, but I have no idea what I'm gonna wear. That's what I think. I have no idea what I'm gonna wear. All right, there we go. I basically curl them until I can see them looking straight ahead. My own natural lashes without mascara. And I know when I add the mascara, it'll be even more apparent. All right, so the Maybelline one. I feel like this one applies quite a bit of product. It builds up pretty quick, which I like because it just saves time. More water. I see an area of my brow that has like no hair in it and I can fix it really easy. All right, I like to let it dry kind of in between coats, so I can really try and build my lashes up because y'all know I'm not a falsies girl. All right, these lashes, like I always tell you, are so much better than these ones. These ones are annoying. Let me fix my brow. And I'm only being like a perfectionist because I have the time. That's one thing I try and only film when I have the time to really make changes and adjustments and things. Yes, all right. Oh, not it flying all the way to the back of the cabinet and not going in the container. LOL. LOL. One of the teens, she always laughs at me because I say LOL out loud. She's like, why do you say that? Text talking. I was like, wait, that's not right. I'm telling you, I'm having the hardest time speaking this morning. But I'm like fully awake, fully alert. I'm a morning person. I think I'm gonna wear something very casual to church today. I usually tend to not dress up, but like I'm not really into fashion like that. So I love doing my makeup. I love having my hair done too, even though I hate doing my hair. But I'm definitely a makeup girl who will wear like literally a sweatshirt and a pair of leggings, and I feel amazing. But for church, I typically do like a cute outfit, you know. But I think today I'm gonna do super casual, but still cute, but not like a sweatshirt and leggings. But like, there's gonna be a happy medium there. I think I'm gonna wear my Aisha Haroon Happy Looks Good on You drop number 2, the green matcha long sleeve tee. I think I'm gonna wear that today. I've been really wanting to wear it. Oh, you know what? It's my birthday week, technically, leading up to my birthday. I'm like, should I wear it to school? You know, I'll wear it today and then wash it midweek and wear it later this week. Because I work at 2 different schools, which is kind of cool. Because usually I do laundry twice a week. Just to make sure that Jonathan has enough scrubs and like, yeah, just make sure he has enough scrubs and enough socks. Well, she has a lot of socks, but what happens is they all end up behind our bed. And I mean a lot of them. And he doesn't take them out. I know that they're there. And I say, hey, is there anything in this room you want me to watch? And I'll say like, hey, why don't you check around the beds? Because I don't want to pick all of them up. I don't mind washing them, but I'm not going to go behind the bed and pick them all up. Like, he could do that. Because I mean, I'm also wondering like, what else could be back there? I'll let him handle that. And so then like, it's so funny because like he'll just have like a huge pile of socks that he gives me. And then I'll look in his sock drawer and I'm like, there's still so many socks in here. And I look in the hamper and there's socks that he actually put in the hamper in there. So he doesn't really run out of socks, but I just like to just make sure. And then same with like underwear. He's usually good on underwear, but just to make sure that nobody runs out of anything that they could need, like socks and underwear, and for him scrubs because he's in medical school. I just try and do it twice a week. So sometimes I work at one school Monday, Tuesday, and I'll wear the same things I wore Monday, Tuesday on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or Thursday and Friday if I feel like it. Because I'm working at a totally different school, so they don't know that I'm repeating an outfit. I actually love it. It's been great for me. Love it. All right, we have step 9 done, which is mascara. And then now the only thing left are lips, which is step 10. Like I said, I think I'm feeling a brown lip. Now I'm going out to, wow, everything just keeps falling. I keep on falling in love with you. I never love someone as much as you. Okay, I'm done. Hope you guys enjoyed that beautiful rendition. LOL. Okay, I cleaned all that up. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm feeling a brown lip, but I'm going out to eat after church. Look at me thinking ahead. And I want something easy that I can easily like reapply, that's low maintenance, you know, on the lips. And I be singing at church and I don't want anything on my teeth because that definitely does happen to me and nobody be telling me. So I think I'm gonna go with one of my favorite brown lipsticks. Yes, from Revlon. This is called Chocolate Luster. And to make it even more chocolatey and just more exaggerated, we're going to do lip liner, which I don't always do. But I've been getting more into it. Get into it, yo. And we're going to use, I love this Shockwave Nude Lip Liner in the shade I Chai Latte. This is so pretty. And I think Andrew Renee is the one who put me on. Hopefully y'all can see. It's not too dark. But it's definitely there. Okay, I need to sharpen. Oh, excuse me. I need to sharpen it though. And we're gonna take a quick water break. Just gonna sharpen it a little bit so it's a little easier to apply. Really does glide super easy too. I'm pretty sure he's working on some like pharmacology stuff, so about like different drugs that they use to treat patients, and so he's saying all the names out loud. And sometimes he repeats them over and over again so that he can like memorize it and then just like pronounce it correctly, because these names are crazy. Like if you look at your medicine, they have like, okay, Tylenol, and then it's like antihistamine or amphetamine. Like that is hard to say. That's a lot of letters, okay? So like all the like technical medical terms, he has to learn those. I mean, why can't they just make it simple, like heart medication number 1, heart medication number 2? All right, did I tell you what this is called? This is from Revlon. It is one of their Shine Luster, Revlon Super Lustrous Shine lipsticks in the shade Chocolate Luster. It's a sheer formula, but it's super shiny, super comfortable on the lips. I find it makes such a pretty brown lip. Especially with the brown lip liner. Make sure it doesn't get on my teeth. So here's the completed look. That was step 10. And I'll show you guys a natural light, but first let's fluff out my hair because that's simple. So I did 3 bands today. Just 2 for the back and then 1 for my little bang section. I'm just gonna slide the bands off, slide them off, slide them off. And today is day 5. When did I do my hair last? I did my hair Thursday morning. Oh, Thursday was day 1. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today's day 4. With this hair, this braid out. I had like 10 braids that I did. I'm so scratching my scalp. I put some oil on it. Okay. off my edges with a little bit of water. I tend to do that. All right, and 45 minutes later, ladies and gentlemen. Now all I gotta do is get dressed. Hopefully the middle part in the back of my head is covered. I kind of roughly did a middle part to band it. I didn't actually part it, but I'm hoping it's like covered. I have to take a look. My hair is feeling a little bit on the dry side, so I might just re-moisturize and re-braid it. Tonight, we'll see how I feel if I have the energy. So I don't want to redo it this week. I'm gonna see if I can really stretch this like 8-9 days. Be sure there's no obvious parts. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right. So this is my hair, day 4 braid out. It's nice and stretched from the banding. I used one product to do this. One of the easiest styles I can do is just the drying time is not always ideal, but I sat under the hooded dryer and stuff to make sure that it dried the day of. And let me show y'all in the natural light. The natural light. Here's what the brows look like in natural light, the skin, the lip, the color. I think it just looks so pretty and so easy. And honestly, it's pretty fast to do as well. But I was talking and just relaxing. I like to go slow, take my time. And perfect time because it's 8:55. Church starts at 10. It's like a 15-minute drive, but I want to get there early so I can fellowship and socialize and check up on people. I hope you enjoy this last day of the weekend because tomorrow is Monday. Back to work, back to school. I was like, where's Nola? She's right there. Hi, Nola. That's my dog. We've had her almost 6 years. Okay. Bye-bye.